Welcome once again to the stage. Last episode, we promised you the amazing support equipment that was provided to Ngozi's cluster, Mrs. Rowland Onuegwunwoke's cluster. We were actually going to bring you into the studio in form of a documentary for you to view. It is amazing. Only seeing can be believing. Sit back and enjoy.
My name is Ngozi Onuegwunwoke. I'm the CEO of Foods and Spices. I'm also the convener and founder of Brownpreneur Mentorship Foundation. My story started with Conversations for Change. I met Conversations for Change at a point where all hope was lost. So I always, anytime I'm asked, I say it was a divine intervention. And they gave me my first ever seed grant as a business. And that was my first dehydrator ever, which was a fabricated dehydrator, but it was like gold to me, you know. And beyond that, I went through a capacity building program with them, where I was trained on different things, from how to write my business plan, how to keep proper records in my business, how to build structure in my business. And they made me see my business beyond just the conventional buying and selling, but they made me see my business as a legacy I can leave for even my unborn generation. And in fact, it was a fantastic move, because that really brought or birthed me into the real business world and gave me the basic knowledge that I needed to strive. And as, of course, my business grew, they taught me what social responsibility was also about. And as my business grew, I found myself in places where I had to share my experience. And my experience were things that people saw to be really engaging and interesting, and a lot of people learned from it. And that what bettered Brownpreneur Mentorship Foundation, where I began to bring entrepreneurs and intending entrepreneurs together. We started building clusters, encouraging ourselves, sharing our challenges, providing solutions. And from there, it also grew to creating access to markets. It grew to creating access to funding, finance, and also capacity building for the less privileged and for women in rural communities. I would always say that Conversation for Change is the grandmother foundation for Brownpreneur, because that was where all the knowledge gaining and everything started. Brownpreneur Mentorship Foundation started in 2019 in my living room with just 7 women, while we were, of course, organizing a baby shower for a friend. And in the course of the baby shower, I ended up sharing business opportunities, challenges I've been through, and my success story. And over an hour, I discovered that a lot of people were a lot of women, or the women at the shower, was captivated with what I had to say. And it occurred to me that, oh wow, that means I really have some knowledge that I can share. And I said, okay, now that the baby shower is over, what do I do? Why don't I convert it to a business group? And they were all in sync and excited, you know, for the opportunities that could come out from it. And yes, from 7, we have grown into 2,500 members. And that is really a fantastic move. Honestly, I would say I never saw it going this big. And in over 6 years of existence, it's been an amazing journey. It's not been one without challenge, but it's been amazing. We have built businesses. We have organized, of course, medical outreaches. We have reached out to the less privileged. We have done capacity building training programs. The COVID era was our best era, when we started the Midnight Story. I know a lot of you remember the Midnight Story. That was a time where I would come up at midnight every day to share one story or the other, to share one idea or the other, as, of course, God gave me the inspiration to. And for every story I had to share, they were all personal experiences. They were all personal journeys. They were all personal struggles. So I think that made it more relatable. You know, I talked about why you shouldn't give up, sharing my experience on how I had my accidents and almost gave up in my business, but I kept strong. and that encouraged a lot of people, see me pushing through every challenge that I've gone through, of course sharing business ideas. And because you remember there was a lockdown, so what happened was, as I shared these ideas was replicated in different states, but we did the marketing together. So anywhere we got a customer, what we did was we looked for a vendor or a member in that community who did or produced, who carried out this idea that was shared, and the person, makes money. So during the COVID, we were able to launch over 70 businesses, and it's been an amazing journey. In fact, we had a success story of one who transited from having a salon to a food shop, and today she's thriving and she's doing amazingly well. We have a lot of people who have built sustainable financial stand for themselves. But as we grew, I saw that I couldn't handle everything on my own. I decided that it was time for me to seek for external help. So what we did, we started joining other organizations. We registered with the Women Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture. And I would say that is one of the best things we ever did, because joining WACCIMA has brought us great benefits beyond our imagination. They have created access to markets, access to funding. We partnered, Conversations for Change. The story of BMF cannot be complete without Conversations for Change. That was my starting point, because that was the first organization that believed in me. That was the first organization that helped me build my capacity. That was the first organization that gave me my first seed funding for my business. And I would say most of what I had to teach came from the knowledge I gained from the entrepreneurship fellowship program. So I would also like to thank Conversations for Change, Dr. Ketchi Obuagu. She has been, in fact, she's my mother now. So she's been an amazing support. She's always there each time we have anything to do. And through organizations like C4C, members of BMF, over 200 members have been able to get grants, from our grant training program. Like I said, sharing my personal experiences. And I would also like to thank, especially today, we want to thank the UNDP for their empowerment. Oh yes, through its implementation partner, WACCIMA, we got the 30 solar panels, the solar batteries, the 96 trays, the solar power dehydrator, the electric slicing machine. We cannot thank UNDP enough. We cannot thank WACCIMA enough, because this is going to boost our production by over 200%. And guess what, guys? Now we are empowered to train more women. It's been an amazing journey, and we do not take it for granted, because we have grown. We grew. BMF started with just 7 members, and today we are over 2,500 members. And in the Agri Cluster alone, as at this morning I checked, we're about 460 something members. So you see that we are growing, and this equipment they have given us is going to really empower us a great deal, because with this equipment, what we decided to do or initiate is to also look out to empower 25 women into agro processing monthly. So what we want to do is we go to rural communities randomly. We select 25 women who we can help teach how to add value to their local produce and how to make more money by also creating access to market for them under the Her After project. That's the Her AFCFT project. So we are grateful to UNDP. We are grateful to WACCIMA. WACCIMA was the best decision we took as a cluster, as a platform. And thank you to Conversations for Change for giving us visibility, for giving us knowledge, for giving us and believing in us from day one, even when other people thought probably we were joking. In fact, when we ourselves did not even really, I wouldn't say we didn't really believe in ourselves, but I think they helped build our confidence, because they became like our accountability partners. So looking up to them, we cannot afford to give up, because giving up does not exist. What am I going to tell Dr. Ketch that made me close my business? Oh my God, no, I do not want to have to explain myself that way. So that's the reason why we wake up every morning, to keep doing what we're doing, to keep empowering women, because I'm a believer that if you empower a woman, you empower a generation. So we are there as well looking for more partners, but we are so grateful for what we've gotten so far. And we just want to imagine how many other partnerships that will come out from this in the nearest future. My name is Ngozi Rowland Onuegwunwoke, the CEO of Semfit and Spices and the convener and founder of Brandpreneur Mentorship Foundation. So we're here today to showcase some of the equipment given to us by UNDP through its implementation partners, Women Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture. So this is a 96 tray solar power dehydrator. You can see how beautiful this is. You can see. So this is a 96 tray which was given to us, the cluster. And this is also a slicing machine, also delivered to us by UNDP via its implementation partner. You can see that this will increase our production by over 300%. This is what we formerly use for our dehydration process. So trust me guys, you can see the difference. The difference is Coke and Fanta, you know. So we are grateful to our after project by UNDP, implemented by Women Chamber of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Agriculture. This is going to boost our production by over 200%, and it's going to help us even train more women, like we said in our former episode, every month. So you see that these are some of the equipments that can support productions of spices, grain, cereal powder, dehydrated fruits and vegetables and more. The important thing is we want to teach women how to add value to local produce that they have in their locality, and adding value, of course, make more money from what they usually make. So thank you so much once again. We do not take this for granted. We just want to show you some of the wonderful things that WACCIMA is doing. Thank you. Usually this is what we use. This is our manual slicer to slice our fruits and vegetables, but it's now made easy with, of course, the electric slicing machine that has been given to us. So this is our dehydrator, like I said earlier. This is what we usually use before. This is a 32 tray dehydrator, but now we have a 96 tray solar powered dehydrator.
Yeah, my name is Ngozi, CEO of Nature Plus Options Limited. We are into healthy authentic food. We process carrot powder, date powder, and other things. Here we are here at the moment, even carrot juice also. Here we are here processing our carrot powder. This is the starting point of it. We are trying to slice the carrot using the BMF production hub. And thanks to UNDP for the equipment you're giving unto us, and also thanks to WACCIMA for your support in every aspect. God bless you all.
Wow! Can you believe it? That all of that was given totally free. That all of that is available to the many hardworking women entrepreneurs who form part of that cluster. We applaud WACCIMA and UNDP that provided it. We applaud Mrs. Ngozi Rowland Onuegwunwoke, CEO of SMEs, and her team for being part of this wonderful collaboration. You see, we're excited and we're looking forward to more like that. Thank you for watching it. It's just a dream, which we savor right now, even as we dream of more for the future. I thank you. See you next week.